In sim racing news, the world champion Max Verstappen crashed out in the amazing 24-hour Le Mans virtual race after his Red Line team led the first 7 hours. Max, who races for the Red Line team, started second on the grid and he took the lead in the first lap, which he then was able to open a gap of about 1 minute. With just under 16 hours and 40 minutes remaining and the virtual sun beginning to set, Verstappen lost control of his car over the curbs of the Ford chicane while lapping a GTE class that was entering the pits. The car crashed into the tyre barrier, registering enough force within the damaged model of the R-Factor 2 simulation platform to cause critical damage to the left rear wheel and resulting in the car's immediate retirement. The good news for Max was his team Redline went on to win all categories, which could be looked as a silver lining for Max, but it has been reported that Max was quite frustrated after the crash, as any race driver would be. In other news, Sony is reportedly extending production of PS4 consoles as PS5 machines continue to be elusive in international markets. A new report by Bloomberg claims that Sony apparently planned to cease making PS4 consoles in 2021, but has recently told its manufacturing partners that it will continue making the console for another year. Sony is doing this to offset pressure on PS5 production, which the company clearly cannot keep up with. The new generation's tech is more advanced and more complicated than the PS4's, and as such is harder to produce. By boosting PS4 production, Sony hopes to improve its deals with manufacturing partners, which may in turn help PS5 production in the long run. Despite stock issues, Sony is seeing massive success with the PS5. The Sony quarterly earnings report for Q2 2021 revealed that the PS5 has sold 13.4 million units since its release in November 2020. I would like to know your thoughts on this decision by Sony. Is it a waste of money, or do you think this is a good decision? Please let us know in the comment section. My name is Ronan Fox, and this has been my Republic Gaming News Report for this week. See you next week, guys.
So, what is the biggest story in years? Microsoft have come to an agreement to purchase Activision Blizzard for $70 billion. This deal will add Treyarch, Raven, High Moon, Enox, Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, Demonware and Toys for Bob to Microsoft's already impressive collection of studios. Also included is the mobile game monolith King, creators of Candy Crush. Unfortunately, Activision's scumbag rat of a CEO, Bobby Kotick, will still remain as head of Activision Blizzard for the time being, but hopefully that's only a temporary thing until all the ink is dry, as it looks like there will be a restructuring after the deal is finalised with Phil Spencer on the top. After the catastrophic year that Activision Blizzard has had with scandal after scandal, Microsoft have a lot of work to do here, but it would be really great seeing the company behind some of the biggest franchises of all time get their work environment cleaned up. Among the IPs and franchises that Microsoft would add to their library would be World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Diablo, Tony Hawk, Spyro the Dragon, and the funniest one of them all, PlayStation's original mascot, Crash Bandicoot. Nothing is known yet about exclusivity other than a lot of games will be added to Game Pass, but I do think it would be very funny if Call of Duty was suddenly a Microsoft exclusive. Just as an added endpoint to this story, it was also revealed on the announcement that Game Pass has broken the 25 million subscriber mark, so it really does look like everything's coming up Microsoft. So now on to some Sony news, and it looks like Sony is adding some PS3 games to the PS4 and 5 store. For years now, the only way to play PS3 games on a newer console was through their PS Now streaming service, but following the discovery of a patent filed by head PlayStation architect Mark Cerny titled Backwards Compatibility Through the Use of Spoof Clock and Fine-Grained Frequency Control, people are starting to think that situation might be coming to an end. People have noticed that several PS3 games in the store suddenly had price tags which they shouldn't have, as the only reason these icons were on the store is for PS Now. This came on top of reports that PS Now is coming to an end, and that Sony are preparing to launch a Game Pass competitor that would include PS1, 2, 3 and PSP games, and that will be released sometime during the spring. All I'm saying is, all this info adds up to tell a pretty compelling story. And hopefully that story involves me being able to play Metal Gear Solid 4 without the use of a PS3. So that's it for this week. If you find any of the stories interesting, and who wouldn't find that Activision Blizzard story interesting, leave a comment down below, let us know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, have a good week.